Hello students, this is your plus 2 chemistry class. In the yesterday video we have discussed about the Henry's law. Henry's law means in which that amount of gas which is dissolves in liquid or in a solvent is directly proportional to P. That we have already discussed, M directly proportional to P. Or in case of mole fraction, that X directly proportional to P. Means that mole fraction of the gas dissolves in a liquid is directly proportional to partial pressure. Now today we will discuss about the limitations of Henry's law. Henry's law is mainly applicable when we have discussed about that factor pressure, which affects the solubility of gases in liquids. It's the important factor and it's given by Henry's. Now limitation of this law is to follow this law that pressure not too high. At high pressure we cannot apply this Henry's law, and same way at low temperature it's not applicable. And in case of this, when the solubility of gases takes place in case of a liquids, that gases do not combine with that solvent, means dissociation or association not takes place. That gases not combines with the solvent, no dissociation and associations take place. Like the solubility of oxygen in blood, it's more as compared to water, because in case of blood that more hemoglobin content or amount of hemoglobin is more. That's why solubility in blood is more as compared to in water. Now applications of Henry's law. This Henry law is applicable. First one is in the carbonated beverages. Carbonated beverages means like soft drinks are there, in which that carbon dioxide gas is filled under pressure, and that gas is filled under pressure means more than 1 atmospheric pressure. And when we open that carbonated beverages or cold drink and soft drink bottles, then that on the upper surface of that bottle, that pressure of solution that decreases and it bursts out with the pressure. So it is used in the carbonated beverages to fill the bottles, soft drink bottles. Carbon dioxide gas is filled under pressure. Second application is in case of deep sea diving. The sea divers, like in that case, that solubility, like we have already discussed, solubility increases with the increase in pressure. So when there is change in the pressure, that solubility also changes. Like nitrogen is present, like when any person is there in the water, other gases are also present. So nitrogen and other gases that affects when it enters in the body, it affects the nerve impulse, and sometimes it causes bends, and which is very painful and which is very harmful for the health. So helium is the substitute for nitrogen because it has a less solubility than nitrogen in water. So those sea divers use that mixture of gases which contains 11.7% helium, 56.2% nitrogen and 32.1% oxygen. This mixture is used in the cylinders which are used by the sea divers to maintain the solubility level, or to remove that bends which are formed when nitrogen enters, which affects the nerve impulses. Third is factor that application is high altitude. At high altitudes, like high altitude sickness means at high altitudes that partial pressure decreases. It means at high pressure, that when partial pressure is low, it means that oxygen amount is also very low. Atmospheric pressure is less and amount of oxygen is also very less, and the people, those who are residing in those areas, are suffered, maybe that they suffer bleeding through nose or through ears, or it means inside the body that pressure increases or it's the same, but outside that atmospheric pressure is less. That's why there is a difference in the inside and outside the pressure, which affects the health. That is the also main factor of pressure by the Henry's. Next one is solution of liquids in liquids. Solution of liquids in liquids means in which solute is liquid and solvent is also in the liquid form. And these liquids and liquids, generally three types are formed: miscible, partially miscible and immiscible. Miscible means miscible solutions are those in which two are solute and solvent are in the liquid form and which are completely soluble with each other, like alcohol in water, benzene in toluene is the immiscible examples of miscible liquids. Second are the partially miscible. Partially miscible means which do not mix well with each other, uniformly mix with each other, in which they are there is a interaction forces are different, molecular interactions forces are different. Those are the partially miscible liquids like ether and water. Example. Third is the immiscible. Immiscible are those in which do not mix well with each other in liquids. Like example is of water and benzene, or maybe oil and water are the immiscible liquids. Now, what is the cause of miscibility of liquids? How these are miscible with each other? First one is nature. Like dissolves like. If the nature of solute and solvent is the same, automatically there will be the miscibility, or they are miscible liquids completely or uniformly mixed with each other. Second are the dipole-dipole interactions. Dipole-dipole interactions means when the ions are formed, two dipoles are present. If they have a same kind of a nature, then there is a miscibility. And third is the molecular size. If their solute and solvent are of the same size, molecular size, there are more miscibility of liquids. Next, when two liquids dissolve with each other, then what happens? Their solvent or the liquid, those molecules apart from each other, two molecules are there, A and B, they apart from each other. So during this heat are released. And same way when molecules of solute also apart from each other and heat released. And when solute and solvents, molecules of solute and solvents combine with each other or accommodate with each other, then heat released. So solvent molecules are apart from each other so that they can accommodate the molecules of the solute, and solute molecules also apart from each other so that they can enter or take the places present in the solvent molecules. And when this combination takes place, that heat release. So during the miscibility, heat may be released or may be absorbed. Now solutions of solids and liquids. Solutions of solids and liquids means may be saturated and unsaturated. Saturated means in which solution, solids and liquids means solids act as a solute and liquids act as a solvent. Saturated in which no more solute can be added are known as a saturated, and unsaturated in which more solute can be added, and this can be changed into unsaturated by increasing the temperature. But temperature is the factor which increases the solubility of solids in liquids. And these solutions, it also depends upon the nature of the solute and the solvent and temperature. Nature of the solute and solvent means maybe ionic and non-ionic. If they are of both are of ionic in nature, it means there is a solubility. If one is ionic and non-ionic, then maybe less chances are there for the solubility. And sometimes in case of a non-ionic solution, solubility takes place due to the presence of a hydrogen bonding. Now third is the temperature. Temperature is that factor that dissolves with the absorption of a heat. The substance dissolves with the absorption of heat, and generally it increases with the increase in temperature. Thank you.